Today, inshallah, we will go through the revision to check that we can solve all types of questions, and these types of questions are what you'll find in the final exam. So let's go through the types and see what should we do for each one. So my heroes, I'm not solving, I'm explaining the differences between the questions. Okay, let's start. As you can see here, for these questions, these are direct questions that ask you about the timetable, and you should know that you should revise and check the timetable before the exam.
Teacher, before you start, can you talk many, because if you don't talk, there is something give a voice, like
So when I'm not talking, you hear a weird voice?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So my heroes, I told you that you need to check the timetable before the exam, because as you know, we need a timetable for everything we're doing. Here for the first question, it's direct question. 8 multiplied what number equals 24? Of course, as I told you, I'm not solving, so I will not say the answer. But of course, you know that you need to keep the table to solve this type of question. Also, we can ask the same question in another way, like the second one here, using variables like n. Okay, so we may use something like this: 3 times n equals 24, and I ask you what is the value of n. Okay, in this case also you need the timetable to answer this question. For this question the answer is 8. Okay, and also we have word problems like this question number 3. In these types of questions, you need to read the question carefully. You need to find what operation you are going to use. The operations are plus, minus, times, divide. And this year, we need these more than plus and minus. So, you need to think, what is this, multiplication or division? As you can see here, 5 friends share. So when you share something, this is division. And there is another indicator for this, is that when you find that you don't know this is multiplication or division, you should think of 3 things. The first thing is the total number. The second thing is the number of groups. The third thing is what is the number inside each group. And to summarize this to you, my heroes, I will tell you that if you need to find the total, you need to multiply. If you need to find the total, you need to multiply. But if you need to find the number of groups or the number inside each group, you should divide. So I think now it's simple for you to decide whether you need the total or not. If you need the total, so multiply. If you need the number of groups or the number inside each group, so this is division. And now you can decide whether this question needs you to multiply or to divide. Okay, for this one, it's clear that 20 is the total. So we don't need the total. If you don't need the total, so divide. if you need the total, multiply. Okay, so you should remember that the total is the big number between of the three numbers. We have three numbers. The biggest one is the greatest one is the total. If you have the total, so divide. If you don't have the total, so multiply. Okay. For this question, we will for question number 3, we will divide 20 by 5. As you can see here, this is 5 friends. So divide 20 by 5 and it will be 4. For the next question, this is something we call fact family. What is fact family? Fact family is 4 equations. The 4 equations are 2 multiplication and 2 division equations. And the 4 equations, all of them are using the same numbers. For this question number 4, you should use the same equation, 6, 7, and 42. So you will find the equation which is using the same numbers, 6, 7, and 42. And it should be multiplication or division, not plus and not minus. Okay, let's move to the next type. This one is repeating. In number 5, we know that we have here 15 roses, and she wants to put them in three roses in each vase. So this is the number inside, and the question asks how many vases, so the number of groups, and 15 is the total. It's clear, my heroes, that it is multiplication or division. Someone help me.
Division.
Of course, division. Thank you, Ammar. Okay. For the next question. Okay, thank you, my hero.
Teacher,
Yes?
if you say my name and I'm not here, now I will go to bathroom.
Okay, my hero. Please mute your mic. And Abdurrahman, please mute your mic. Thank you. Okay, for this type of questions, you can consider it as a star question, because here you need to do two things. You need to find this part alone and this part alone. Okay, and for the left side, we have 12 divided by 2 equals 6. You should think what number 8 minus what number gives 6. So it's 8 minus 2. Okay, so we need to do two things. The next question is very easy, 25 divided 5, of course. And here about the area is the number of squares that cover the shape. Or simply count the squares, that's all. So you will count the squares and see which one is the greatest one. And here for this one, this is about distributive property. Distributive property is a property for multiplication. So we know that this rectangle, to find its area, we are multiplying 5. This is 5 and this is 4. So we need to break it to 1 and 3. In this case, we multiply 5 times 4 for the big rectangle, and for the two small rectangles, rectangle A and rectangle B, the area of A, rectangle A to the left, is 5 times 3. And for rectangle B to the right, it's 5 times what? Times 1. And of course, the big rectangle is the sum of these two. Sum means, the word sum means plus. So we need to add them. Okay. For this type of questions, we need to find the area of a regular shape. When you try to solve any question about area of a regular shape, you need to break it. You need to divide it into rectangles. So we need to find rectangles.
Teacher, can you show me 9?
Okay, I'm explaining, just explaining, my hero. Do you have any problems?
Okay.
I'm not solving.
Okay.
We did this before. I'm just explaining to you the differences between the questions, so you don't mix them. Okay, for this question, my heroes, you need to break it. I will do it like this. So I have one here, I will call it A, and another rectangle down here, I will call it B. Of course, this is not the only solution for this question. You can break it another way. I will use another color. You may break it from here. So you have one to the left and one to the right. Of course, you can do this many ways. You can do the two divisions together. You can break it into 3 parts, and it will also be correct. But you should know how to find the length of each side. This is the very important part. Let's consider this, and I'll make this a little bit bigger. So I need now to find what are the dimensions of this one, A. The dimensions, my heroes, are the length and the width. You can see here that we have already the 5. We have here 5. This 5. And this is all 4. All of it is 4. Okay? We need to break the 4 into 2 parts, but I don't know the number for each part. It's easy for us to see that this one is the same like this one, because these 2 and this part are opposite to each other. So for rectangle, my heroes, for rectangle, I repeat this again. If I have here, for example, 7, so the opposite one is also 7. Okay, that's why I see here 2. So simply I will write here also 2. And now when I try to find this part, I will subtract 4 minus 2 to find this one. 4 minus 2 equals 2. So it's clear now that we divide the 4 into 2 and 2. 2 plus 2. And for the area, remember that the area of the rectangle is length multiplied by width. So to find the area, we multiply 5 by 2. I will erase this to write inside here. 5 times 2 is 10. And I circle it because I have many numbers written. So I need to know which one is the area, because I will add the areas. I will do plus. So I need to know which one I'm going to add. And down here, my heroes, it's clear to 10 and 2. 10 times 2 is 20. And after you finish this, you need to add them. 10 plus 20. The final answer, my heroes, will be 30. The total area, we call it the total area. The area of the shape is the total area because we divided the shape into two rectangles. Okay, my heroes. For this one is a different question. Just find the name that he wants, this name, and see where it reaches. It reaches here number 8, so Joanna is 8. Okay, she has 8 points. And I'll stop here, my heroes, before I continue, because till now I covered almost all the ideas in our curriculum for the second um, quarter. So I will stop here, and I want to see if you have any questions about any problems about any of these questions. I will stop here. If you have any problems, please ask me. Yes, my heroes, any problems about any of these questions?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, everything will be repeated. When I explain anything now, it's the same. I will repeat it again. I'm repeating the same ideas again. Okay? So remember with me, what was the first idea? I told you you need to keep the timetable. And I told you you need to check the timetable before you start the exam. So, before the exam, check the timetable. Make sure that you know everything about the timetable, because we need the timetable for two things. The two things are multiplication and division. So, we need to keep the multiplication facts, and it will help us to answer the division facts. So, for questions 12, 13, and the similar questions, it will be easy for you to answer them if you keep the table. Okay, I will skip this. 14 also is the same. And the second idea is how to know that the question is multiplication or division. I told you, my heroes, it's all this year about multiplication and division. So how to know if this question is multiplication or division? Search for the total. If you need to find the total, so you need to find the greatest number. So you need to multiply. If you need to find anything other than the total, so you need to divide. Let's read the question. Gunther has 12 postcards. He wants to make an array with 2 postcards in each row. How many rows will he have? Okay, ask yourself a question. The number of rows will be more or less than 12? Of course, your answer will be less than 12. And if it's less than 12, so 12 is the total. If you find the total, so my heroes, what you do? You do division, because I have the total. Okay, for the next question, Julie has packs of water bottles. If she has 24 water bottles in 3 packs, how many water bottles come in each pack? Okay, I will ask again the same question. The number of water bottles in each pack is more or less than 24? Of course, it's less. So 24 is the total. If you have the total, so divide. Okay. The same for all questions. My heroes, do the same with all these questions. You will find it the same idea here. For the next question, Sylvia has 28 balloons. And how many water balloons will each friend get? Oh, so the total here is 28. Because she is dividing them into her friends. She is sharing. And remember, my heroes, I told you that the word share means divide. When you share something, you are dividing. In this question, and exactly this question, not any question else, in this one we have another idea here, which is she and 3 of her friends. For this one, this word makes us to do another step. And she and 3 other friends. So the total number here is 4 people. That's why we divide 28 not divided by 3, we divided by 4. My hearers, I'll stop here. If you have any problems, ask. Okay. Okay, my hearers, I will stop many times and I ask you if you have any problems to ask about it, to tell me your problem so I can explain it to you. Okay, because I don't want you to forget what you want to ask me about. So when I ask you if you have any problems, please ask me. Okay, my heroes. So let's continue. The same idea for the yes.
Sure.
Say your name.
I'm Abdurrahman Saad.
Yes, Abdurrahman. Ask.
I don't know the equation number 8 and number 50, 52.
52.
Wait, 50. Yeah.
52, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, and
Okay.
8.
Okay, let's start with question number 8. Which figure has the greatest area? This one?
Yes.
Okay, Abdurrahman, just count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 square units. The next one is also 6. The next one is Abdurrahman. What's the area of the next one? See?
3.
And the last one?
8.
The question is asking about the greatest area. Which one has the greatest area, my hero? 6, 3, or 8? Yes,
6.
Abdurrahman. 6 is greater than 8? Oh, you think that... Huh? Okay, my heroes... Yes, greater is more than. Greater means more than. So 8 is the biggest number here. Okay, so this one is the greatest area. Okay, you're asking also about question 52?
Yes.
Okay, my hero, I will go down for you and I'll see what is question 52. This one, my hero? Count to find the area?
Yes.
Okay, you just need to count the squares that are covering the shape. Count the squares and tell me the number. Quickly, Abdurrahman. I will help you. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's 11. So the answer is 11 squares. Okay, Abdurrahman, any more problems?
This one. 55. Please.
Okay, I heard you, so I will go to 55. You're asking about this one? Okay. Let's read the question first because this question is different. This question is not find the area, it's estimate the area. Estimate the area means your answer should be something like this. Round a number. Round something around something around a number. Okay, not the exact number like the other here, the other questions here. For this one you just count. For this one 52 you count, but here for this one you are not just counting, you need to do something else. Let's see. We will start first with, I will erase this.
Teacher.
Yes, who's this?
I'm Abdurrahman Milhan. Is there any quiz or exam?
Okay, Abdurrahman, let me finish first with your friend.
Okay.
Okay, and everyone focus with me because I will not repeat it again. If I say something, I will not repeat it. So I'm explaining now another idea, which is how to find the best estimate. Okay, Abdurrahman Saad, are you with me?
Yes.
We will start with the filled squares. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, any problems now?
No.
Okay. Now, the second thing that we are doing is to put the parts together. Put the parts together. But I will ask you a question, my hero. Are you listening, Abdurrahman?
What?
Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now I will move to the answers because I have 4 answers. The first one is wrong. Can you tell me why?
Why?
You don't know? We counted 12 filled squares.
No.
Right?
No.
We
Yes.
counted 12. So what about the parts here, like this one and this one, and here these 2 parts, and so on? What about the parts? So it's more than 12, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 12 is wrong. Okay, I need a number more than 12, but not very far from 12. Let's see here. These 2 together form another one. We reach 12. This is 13. And these 2 together form another one. So 14. Do you know what I mean by form another one? Another one what? Another square. Okay, I will make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Okay, and I will tell you what I mean again. I mean that this part, the blue part here, you can see it, and this part, the blue part here, these 2, if I put them together, consider that, my hero, consider that I take this small one and I put it here. It will fill this place, right? So this is a filled square, right? So that's why I count them as 1, not 2. Okay, my hero. So this one
Yes.
and this one together, we say that these 2 are a 1 filled square, and we've reached 14. Yes.
Right.
So this is 15.
Right. And this one 17.
Okay. Here for this part, these 2, 16. Okay. I
Right.
have now these 2 and these 2.
And this one.
But I see that these 2 is bigger than the half. Each one of them is bigger than half. So it's more than 1. But let's say that it's 1. It will be 17 here and 18 here. So I need a number more than 18, but near to 18, or simply say about 18. Okay, that's why we say that 18 is the correct answer. Not 35, because 35 is not near to 18.
تقريبا فوق ال 18. كلها هذا بحث.
Teacher, it's not exactly.
Of course,
uh,
not exactly
بشكل
18. That's what I'm talking about.
يعني
This is
لما يقول لك
estimate, not
يعني
exact,
تقريبا
not
المساحة
exact
المضاد ولا
area.
تقريبا. فهمت عبد
Okay.
الرحمن؟ حسب المربعين هذول